When people think about the natural hair movement, they typically think about women and men embracing their curly locks, their natural coils, and their kinky curls. The image of hair gurus on YouTube talking about their amazing wash and goes that don't work outside of YouTube, or Instagram pages dedicated to natural hairstyles for kinkier textures is usually the first image that comes to mind. This, however, isn't the only important aspect of the movement. The movement empowered Black women to reject racist beauty standards that convinced them that their hair wasn't good enough, and subsequently led them to question societal norms. And in doing so, Black women have raised awareness of so many issues that is more than just embracing natural hair. My natural hair journey started in 8th grade. Up until this point, I got my hair straightened every 2 weeks, and my hair was so heat damaged that I didn't even remember what my natural texture looked like. My friend Maya actually convinced me to go natural with her. Even though my hair wasn't permed, I decided to embark on this journey with her. To my mother's dismay, I stopped getting my hair straight and set out to do my natural hair. Similar to many of you, YouTube was where I learned how to do my hair. In 2010, the products available to us were very limited. I remember using rinse-out conditioner and oil to do my hair. And based off of today's standards, that would be a big no for someone with type 4 hair. But back then, that is all we knew. In high school, the natural hair movement became mainstream. At this time, Shea Moisture became more popular, and products like leave-in conditioners and hair milks were more common. More and more people were becoming natural, which reflected in the wider range of available products. Also around this time, people began to question the effectiveness of these products. By the end of high school, coconut oil was basically banned in the Black hair community, and and ingredients like sulfates and silicones were considered to be avoided at all costs. By the time I reached college, most women I knew were natural. It was becoming a standard for most Black women and women of color. The more and more people understood about natural hair, the more and more people questioned the ingredients in the products. While in college, I began to hear more about potential health risks from certain ingredients. Parabens, for example, which is a preservative, was the main topic of conversation. This ingredient, research suspect, may cause cancer and other health complications over prolonged usage. Americans would not know that this was an issue without the work of the natural hair community. This simple act of Black women taking ownership of the hair that grows unapologetically from their head led to a revolution in the cosmetic industry. Every product is organic or natural. Regardless if the marketing schemes are actually true, it shows that there's a shift in the mindset of society towards natural ingredients and safer products. This shift is also present in other industries. For example, the trend of going vegan, in my opinion, is based off the lessons learned from the natural hair community. The less you know, the easier it is to be taken advantage of. The natural hair movement allowed for Black women to get to know themselves. Like Dr. Martin Luther King said, the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. By learning and understanding our own hair and what is good for it, after generations of altering it and hiding it, Black women have raised the consciousness of an issue that was otherwise invisible. Thank you. Thank you for